little fuzzy bat butts, and welcome to another do-it-yourself video. I went out today and I bought a bunch of supplies to do a special project. Initially, I was just going to make this and not film a video, but then I thought that some of you would be interested in taking on this project as well. It's super easy and lots of fun. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and without further ado, let's get started. Today, we are going to create a fairy house. Ah. The first thing you're going to need is this massive shadow box. Check out that, so fun. All the creativity that's gonna happen in there. And I guess I'm gonna show you all the stuff from this angle because it'll just be easier. You're gonna need, in my case, I got this matte spray paint that I've had sitting around the house that I'm going to use. I'm going to use this extreme glue. I might use some of this glitter. I'm on the fence about it. It might happen, might not happen. Here's some little windows for inside the shadow box, which I'm going to spray paint black. I also got a little door to put on the side of the shadow box. Right here. How cute is that? It opens. So I'm just gonna put it right there on the side of the shadow box. I thought it would be a really cute touch to add. Here's the table and chairs. I'm thinking about spray painting these black as well, but another little part of me says that if I spray paint them black, you won't be able to see them in the shadow box. So perhaps they will just stay that white color. I also got this cute little dessert cake for the table. I got a variety of things for the table, and that's where I got most excited. I got these little potted plants to put on the table. I thought that would be a nice touch. Some really cute dessert bagel type things. Another yummy thing are these cute little cookies to put on the table. And of course, I had to get plates, and with the plates there's silverware in there as well, which will be cute. And a little tea set. It's like the little silver tea tray and the teacups and the tea thingy. And of course, a little fairy house would not be complete without wallpaper. And this is my ideal wallpaper for my house, so I thought I would give that to the fairies. And whenever I initially had looked at everything I had gathered, because I didn't have this at the time, this was at my house, the glitter, I thought that we needed some glitter. Fairies are drawn to glitter. So I bought this paper, and I figured I could put that paper behind these windows, and that would be a nice touch for the whole fairy aesthetic. The first step that I'm going to do is spray paint this wooden door and these windows, since that'll probably take some time to dry. So while we're creating the whole interior of the shadow box, we can worry about these later and let them dry. So now we have all of that spray painted and letting it dry. We're going to go ahead and open up the shadow box and start on the fun process that awaits us. I really wanted to take the glass off of the shadow box, but unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that glass is in there for good, which is why I had decided to add a little door on the side since there was no way of taking that glass off. So, shadow box, and this is the back of the shadow box, which we are going to cover with this wallpaper, and I'm going to use the glue that I bought. Put little pins in there, that's intriguing. All right, taking all that out, and we're going to measure this to see how we need to cut it. Wunderbar. See, I don't really like super plan out things. I just kind of go and do it. But if you wanted to, you could take a white pencil and outline where you need to cut, but I'm just gonna start cutting. I'm not really too crazy about making sure things are like absolutely perfect. So here's our wallpaper. It's on the backing, and I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down. So I'm going to take this extreme school glue for bigger, tougher products. or projects. It was just a product placement. And squeeze. Oh my god. Is it supposed to be that difficult? I don't think it is. Okay, here we go. Holy cow, this is taking some muscle. Make sure I get it all over here. I really want this to stick and not come up and me have to open it and redo everything all over again. Ha, 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 ha. Yes. And I'm laying the little wallpaper down right on top. Wunderbar. Pressing it down to make sure that it's gonna stick. And then while this is drying, we'll go ahead and we'll start decorating the interior of the Shadowbox. See, isn't that nice? Got our wallpaper all set. I'm gonna set that aside and let it dry for a little bit. And here's the Shadowbox. Oh, the most exciting part. Good thing there's glass so you guys can see what I'm doing within the Shadowbox. And I guess we'll get out the table and chairs first. Oh my god, these are so fucking cute. So here's, oh, it's so cute. I love it. All right. So the table and the chairs are now glued into the Shadowbox, and we're gonna go ahead and start decorating the top of the table with all of the cute little trinkets that we have. So I've got everything glued down now. Their whole little fairy table is set. I don't know if you can see it very well. One of the roses popped off of that little potted plant, but I decided I would just leave it there. I think I'm gonna add some crystals inside of this little box as well. So I've also added some crystals in here. Under the table there's an amethyst, under the table there's an amethyst cluster, and then we have a quartz crystal, and behind the quartz crystal we have a selenite wand, just like a little broken off part of a selenite wand, and over here is another quartz crystal. So the whole little setup is looking really, really fucking cute. Here's with the wallpaper on the back, which it'll look better once I have the windows in. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go look outside and see if the spray paint is done drying, and then we can look to finishing up our little Shadowbox for the fairies. Sprinkled some glitter all over the inside to make sure that it has that nice magical fairy touch about it. Look at all of it. Oh, I love this already. I love it so, so much. The spray paint on the little mini door and mini windows is now dry, so we're gonna go ahead and cut out the glitter that's going behind the windows, which is on this glitter sheet. I think what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna just flip over this sheet of beautiful glitter and lay that window on it, just trace it, and then cut it out accordingly. The wallpaper for our fairy home has dried, and now I'm going to go ahead and put these windows the way that I want them. I'll glue down the glitter first, and then I'm going to glue the actual window on top of the glitter like that, and line it up appropriately, which I will figure out here in a minute, but that's about the basic gist of it. I'm gonna get it all glued, and then I'm gonna put together the fairy box. I'm also going to glue this little door right here that opens, very cute. I'm going to glue it on the side of the fairy house as well. The fairy house is now completely finished, and I'm very excited to get to show it to you guys. Thank you so much for watching this really, really short tutorial. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up because that helps my channel. In the comment section down below, let me know what you would like to see in the future, and I will do my absolute best to get those videos over to you. And without further ado, let's go ahead and have a look at this fairy house. So here is the finished little fairy house. We have all of our crystals down here. The quartz crystal right here. We have another quartz crystal, a selenite wand, an amethyst crystal, And the windows are all glittery within there. You can kind of see the damask wallpaper inside. It's a little bit difficult with the glare of the glass. I chose to do glitter windows back here because initially I wanted to do like a sky view or maybe a forest view, but I went with glitter instead because all the folklore say that fairies love glitter. So that was why I made that decision. The table has a really cute setup. There's all kinds of little tasty treats on there. I also sprinkled glitter all over the inside as well. Plus we have our little door over here. It opens and closes for the fairies. But that's the little fairy house.